I found it really interesting that when I did a video on the book of Enoch and is it part of the Bible, should it be included in the canon of Scripture, and explain why it should not be, that video got a lot of attention, and a whole lot of people were angry with me, and you're of the devil and this and that. It was amazing to see the level of reaction. It's great to see contemporary interest in the book of Enoch. It's great to see that, and that's very positive. There's a lot that's good in it. And it was highly regarded by early Jewish and Gentile followers of Jesus and by many other Jews in that day. And it's true that Tertullian, early church father, Tertullian had this to say about Enoch. He said, in the same scripture, Enoch in the same scripture is preached likewise concerning the Lord. Nothing at all must be rejected by us which pertains to us. And we read that every scripture suitable for edification is divinely inspired. Because, of course, Enoch is quoted in the book of Jude. Yes, there were some early church leaders that highly regarded Enoch and even regarded it as scripture. But it's the same with other books, like the Epistle of Barnabas. There were other ancient books, or the Shepherd of Hermas. There were certain things that were highly esteemed, and some even thought should be on the level of scripture. But ultimately, the consensus of the body was that this was not inspired. And here's the long and short of it with Enoch. There are passages in it that could be of scriptural worthiness, but other passages that would not be, that would seem to be more visionary speculation or simply not on the par with Scripture. And even though Jude quotes Enoch, he doesn't quote it as Scripture, as it is written, because the New Testament even quotes pagan poets. So the fact that it's quoted does not in and of itself make it Scripture. A bottom line on Enoch, when it was written, it was already at a time when the Old Testament canon was closed, when there was a recognition, for the most part, of what the Holy Scriptures were, and that's reflected in the New Testament. Enoch is finally composed after that period, and it's clearly not part of the New Testament writings. It's not part of the apostolic writings, so it comes in at a unique season where it is widely read, but yet not recognized by the large Jewish body or the large Christian body as being Scripture. And again, we have no evidence within the New Testament itself that it was quoted as Scripture. So read it with interest. Read it as something that was widely read among early Jews and Christians, but read it as something that for good reason, not for some conspiratorial reasons, but for good reason and even simple chronology caused it not to be included in what we recognize as a whole as the canon of Scripture.